welcome to the channel. It is... what is it? What time it is? It's Friday evening. Well, not really. It's 23:37 on Friday evening, and we're in the Volkswagen T4, and we are heading into sort of like wondering if we've got anything. We're heading into Edinburgh. Right, what we've got to talk about? Oh, there's a lot to talk about. I've just been sort of arguing with this guy on YouTube, and I get the last word. If I want to, I can get the last word, obviously, because I'm in control of the comments. Generally, I usually just let people comment, but he was getting a bit abusive, but not overly so. He's very frustrated. So it's about 20 zones, and he just wasn't listening. He wasn't having any of it. And then he was projecting himself, saying that I was arrogant. And I says, well, you're confusing confidence with arrogance. I am confident about that. The knowledge I've got about 20 zones, and I'll quite happily tell a police officer that if it came to that, my knowledge on 20 zones. You know, I would not have a problem doing that. I don't think I would never ever need to do that. That is, you know, explain to a police officer why they're wrong if they stop me in my car. You know, if I was doing anything above 20 and below 30 in a 20 zone in Scotland, they wouldn't stop me. Very unlikely. And if they did, it'll be for something else. It won't be for speeding, because there's no speeding legislation for 20 zones in Scotland. It's very frustrating, because it's these people like this guy, what's his name, Morrison, Tommy Morrison, I think his name is. Just a really thick guy, really headstrong and stupid. You know, because I'm not being headstrong. I know the facts. I'm just stating facts. I'm not being blatantly headstrong. It's facts we're talking about. And it's really quite a simple issue. It's not even a difficult issue. We've got we don't have any legislation to enforce 20 miles per hour speed limit in Scotland. They do in Wales, and I've been over that so many times. So if somebody comes onto the channel and they don't believe me, or they think I'm talking shite, well, I suppose you've got a right to not believe me. That's your kind of thing. But you don't really have a right to be abusive. You know, that's what he was being. But so he's given me his goodbye note. It's like, you get that a lot. Goodbye, you know. And but very often, a lot of people can't help themselves. They just keep coming back. They can't let it go. You know, they just can't. It's funny actually. Yeah, it is actually. So, did you remember your flask? Where's your fucking flask? Anyway, if you didn't, you could always use there's water in the back. You can boil the kettle. So this guy's just not having it at all. And he's ignoring everything I'm saying, and he's sort of raging. He's raging at me because I posted a video. And I don't know what it is with him. I think it's just it's that they need the system to tell them what to do. And here I am coming along saying, look, these signs they don't mean anything. And I think it's just total disbelief that, well, really it's the fact that the disbelief that the system would lie to them, the police would lie to them, the council would lie to them, that the government would lie, the Scottish government would lie to them. So it's something like this. It's the highway code. So there was a central governing body, which would be the UK government down in Westminster, and somebody would at one time set the highway code or legislation, or what the rules are in the highway code. But what's actually happened now is because of Tony Blair, this is why I think we should shut the Scottish Parliament. That's another matter. Because of Tony Blair, we have all these different, we've got devolved powers. I kind of get the Northern Ireland one. I think that's probably needed. But so you've got the Senate, and you've also got the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. You've got the Mayor of Manchester. So you've got all these power-hungry nutters, coming up with different rules. So that's why it contradicts the highway code, because they're contradicting the highway code. So this guy, he's just not having it at all, and I've left his last comment in the bin, so to speak, for my appraisal. It's not really saying anything different. So I suppose what they do is that he's attacking me rather than my actual argument. Yeah. So other things we've got to talk about. Things aren't looking too good with the Granada seats. I haven't said too much about it, but I gave this company 900 quid in June last year, and they sort of put me off. They were supposed to do it in October, and now it looks like the two of them have split up. They're both, a married couple. They've split up, and so I took the seats to that lady, and she says she's going to do them. Then it goes down. She's not there. She was living in a unit. She's not living in them now. And I'm sort of hearing stuff that's not too positive. It sounds like she's not been paying the rent, the unit. It's looking really doubtful. It looks like I've been done. You could call it scammed. I mean, you could call it that. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. The weird thing is she's actually really friendly, which is a bit of an odd one. So it's difficult to, it's like she's got a kind of really laid back attitude. But at the end of the day, she's done me out of 900 quid, but she's actually bought the materials. She didn't buy the carpets for Granada. So it was 900 quid, which totally makes sense, because I've got to pay 400 quid for the carpet. So then we agreed, because she split up with her man, he's not there anymore, so he was going to be doing the carpet. So she says, well, won't, and I said, that's fine, don't do the carpet, you do the seats, I'll do the carpet. So I discovered the carpet's 400 quid, Granada carpet. So that means therefore that the 500 quid's for the leather, which she showed me. So if I could get the worst case scenario, well, the worst case scenario is that I don't get fuck all, right? That's the worst case scenario. The least worst case scenario is that I get the material and my seats back and I have to go and pay somebody else to do it. The next case is she does it, but when? Who knows? So it's not looking good at all. I think the lady is perfectly capable of doing the job. She just doesn't seem capable of running a business. Well, they've had a business for a few years. They were actually on wheeler dealers, you know, so we'll hopefully give them a chance. I still hope she's going to do the seats, but it's starting to look a bit doubtful. I'm not going to be able to claim the money back for it, I don't think, because I don't think they'll have any money. But I could look into that, although it looks a bit pointless. I could maybe look into that, try and claim it back. It wasn't a business account. I've noticed most people that buy cars from or anything like that, they don't actually use business accounts. They use personal accounts. Well, there's the rain. So, yeah, that's the Granada. It's looking doubtful that I'm going to be able to take it to the car shop on May. And guess what? I could have bought the green Granada off Alan Potts along with the beige Granada, and I would have saved all this hassle. Because it had a lovely interior. Oh, for God's sake, what's happening here? Oh, fuck. I'm coming off the fucking road. So yeah, the Fiat Panda, it's looking good. I paid a little bit too much for it, I think. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty sound underneath. I was having a look under it today. The near side sill, the paint needs doing. It's not got any holes, but it's bubbled. Water's got in the back of the paint. The bodywork's really good. You know, there's no scratch, very few scratches, dinks or anything like that on it. It's in really good shape. Of course, the old back axle, along with the shockers, the springs, everything was replaced. It's all new at the back, and that's kind of why I decided to buy it. Was because, well, not only is it on 39,000 miles. The back axle, springs, shocks are all new, and the road tax is £35 a year. It's perfect for my daughter, so I've sent her pictures of it today in the video. So I don't know if it's helpful or not. She still hasn't passed her test, so ideal little car for a new driver. You know, the last thing you want is something, you know, you don't want anything powerful or expensive. You want something cheap, easy to repair. And I just hate to hope that she, you know, manages to. I don't actually know if this diversion. Straight ahead. Yeah, it's because it. Well, I mean, it is possible that it could have been, you know, back on here if it was just the bridge that we're working on. You know, that part of the motorway. But no. So yeah, Panda. Yeah. Nice wee car to drive, it really is. Well, it's 39,000 miles. It's like, well, what is it worth, you know? And so what I paid was a wee bit more than what the valuation said on the, you know, but they had done all that work to it, so I think it's going to pay off. It means I'm not going to have to spend money on it. So far there's two faults. One is the indicator wasn't working properly at the back. It's just been MOT'd, and I think there's just a bad earth or something. And the other fault is the steering light came on the motorway and then went off again. So he's going to put his card reader in that on Wednesday. So what the fuck's this? Cannot be serious. So what make? Oh, so the one you go right, and then why the fuck did it do that? Why would you want to do it? So you'd go right through up the Bellsdyke Road. Every time they do this diversion, like if I didn't know this area, I would turn right up there, and then what would I do? Well, you'd have to go up Bellsdyke Road, turn left, takes you through Bainsford. You know, it's a hell of a fuck about, isn't it? If you're driving a truck or something. And then coming out, then you'd come out at Bean Cross. It's insane. Asinine! So I'm a little bit worried about the situation. Yeah, I am actually, yeah. But I suppose it was a mistake giving them the money. It really was. It's obviously a mistake. I mean, I would say that to her actually. You know, if you try and do it in a calm sort of manner, it's true, isn't it? You give somebody money and then don't do the job. You know, it's like, so you're out of pocket and you still haven't got the job done. You know. So I've learned a little bit about seats, you know, classic cars and seats. But people say, oh, I know, you know, it's easy to get. No, is it fucking easy? How's it easy? It's not easy, you know. So it looks like the only way I could get this done is by going down there. That is if she is there. She might not actually go back and she might get thrown out of that unit. That's what I think is going to happen. Because the guy's not going to want her in there if she's not paying the rent. Which I suspect could be happening. But I suppose it's also difficult for the guy that I bought the Panda from's next door to her, and he maybe doesn't want to get too involved with it because he already sort of has, you know. Well, obviously, because he's in the motor trade, so it must be brilliant for him. If somebody does obviously next door to him, but even he can't get her to do his job either. Yeah, the whole thing's a bit of a fuck up. Yeah. 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 Not good at all. Sorry. It's confusing. I've had trouble with that roundabout, but I've got that wrong in that roundabout before. The way it goes into 3 lanes there. I don't know why they were hanging back. And the thing is, you don't want to go anywhere near this fucking roadworks either, do you? So, we're going over to this one. The grand scheme of things, you know, I think it's just the thought of being done. That's I suppose the thing about it. Is that the first time it's happened to me? I think it probably is. Yeah, I've bought hundreds of cars over the years, and I've maybe bought cars that are shite. Yeah, that, you know. That's not quite the same, is it? Because you sort of pay for the car, and maybe, particularly if it's at an auction, you're taking a bit of a chance, aren't you? So you don't actually know until you find out it's a real lemon. That's happened to me before, but that's not quite the same. I think I got it done out at 750 quid. 1980 Ford Escort 1000 T-Reg PLS 654T or something, little blue 4 door, looks really good. I bought it for this dealer at Teeling near Dundee, and it was fucked, the car. It was twisted, you know, the chassis was twisted, and the engine was fucked as well. Like the engine, you could have got another engine in it, but there was something bent about it, and it looked really good. It wasn't good to drive, and it'd been in an accident. It'd been repaired. It did look really cool. Yeah, and I sold it. I put it in the for car auctions. I think I got $575 for it. It seems like, when I think about it now, that wasn't that bad, was it? Oh shit! I've got to watch the tables don't come down. Trying not to brake hard when I've got all that stuff in the back. First time I've actually been done like that, yeah. I don't know when do you consider it yourself done, because there's still a possibility they're going to do it. But my pal said, Mark, I told Mark about this back in December, and he said, no, they're not going to do that, you know. And you know, maybe Mark's right. I think he might be. I think he might be. I think Mark might be right. I'm sorry, done it again. I think Mark might be right with that one. Yeah, I think he is, you know, and I'm trying to be confident as well and optimistic about it. But no, I think if I could get the leather, the roll of leather, then I'll be lucky, I suppose. I don't see any reason how that couldn't happen. If she's going to go bankrupt or something, you know, because that actually belongs to me, that material. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario. So it means I'm going to lose 400 quid. Yeah. If that's what happens. Unless she's not going to give me the 400 quid, is she? Give me the material plus 400 quid. No, I don't think that's going to happen. But that's what should happen. She's not going to have any money. She's clean broke. On there. Right, so we're gonna, well, the weather forecast, I've actually got the gazebo with me, but it doesn't look bad. Maybe a bit of drizzle, but so decided to take the van. Go and see what happens. That's the thing about women in business. When they're in business and then they start, I mean, business is like a form of war. Well, it's not a form of war, but it's a tough thing, right? So now we've got females involved with it, and they start going on about. So I could just see it right now. Mental health, and you're a bully and everything, trying, you know, you feel so bad. But the nitty gritty of hard reality is that business needs to be, you know, you have to supply what you're getting paid to do. You know, you have to actually do that with all the different people and keep them happy. And I think she's just lost that now. I think people like me are just not really saying it. I don't know if there's other people, but well, there must be, because there's loads of seats there. But I don't know if other people are just keeping quiet about it because they don't want to be heard slagging them off or anything. But because that could go against you, it's like difficult to know what to do. But I suppose somebody, a hard sort of person, would say, fuck them, you've got your money. might go down and see them on Wednesday, I think. Probably. Sometimes there's some people you just can't get through it, you know, and they're just, you just really have to stop talking to them. They're not fucking listening. And I met a guy like that the other day, and I need to stop speaking to him because it's not fulfilling for me. It's just, it's just strange. I think I could like put a reasonable situation to somebody and most people kind of accept it as yeah, that sounds reasonable, yeah, fine, but not this guy, you know. It's a fucking strange one. Definitely really weird. I don't think it's a good idea to speak about politics. Well, I think it's alright. Well, it's not, it's against the fucking rules. Was that a crane or something? bit longer to get in because of the little detour there. Spent quite a while this afternoon arguing with this idiot about EVs. These people are nuts. Yes, they are. And I think this guy, he might well be selling them, and that's why they are psychopathic. They will lie and cheat, spread misinformation, disinformation, nonsense, rubbish without batting an eyelid. But I fairly got him upset, so much so he was slagging me off, being condescending and all sorts. And that went on for quite some while. An interesting statistic I looked up, I used the Google one of the search engines, Gemini, and what it said was that we are scrapping, as in the UK, is scrapping 47% more vehicles than in 2017. It's quite a shocking statistic, and the reason it gives is that cars are too complex. They can't repair them. So that's pretty much your EVs. You know, a lot of the lane departure systems, whatever they're called, all that technology that's in, well, for the most part EVs, but new cars, and that is why they're being scrapped. So if you really dig into the figures, well, that was just a cursory search, came up with that. It's quite a shocking statistic when you consider they are saying that we need these toxic monstrosities to save the planet, when 47% of them are being more than in 2017 are being scrapped. Go figure, as they say. So what the figures don't tell you is how many of them have been written off due to engineering failure, that is a massive battery failure. That would be very interesting to know that. Of course they'll hide that from us. So it's a massive psyop, you know, and it's not fair to say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. I think most people with any common sense can see the folly of this and how we're being done out of this. There isn't an economical car that young people or anyone can go and buy because they don't make them. Or maybe Darcy, what I mean is they don't make economical EVs, as in an EV that's simple and cheap to buy and repair. A simple, cheap car. Because it's certain an army is only limited to 30 miles per hour. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I can't even bother doing this. Off the fucking hard shoulder. Yeah, I mean the weather's, it could be drizzly tomorrow. I've got a gazebo, I've got the van, I'm paying for double pitch. make it parked up here, but it doesn't always work like that. When I'm dead, I wonder if this lot, all this data will get looked at by someone or not. Or they just chuck it in a data bin or something. Here's some pretty strange people. For some weird reason I was thinking about Ian Huntley there. Why? Why? Well, because he got battered, didn't he? He's fighting for his life. Why would you do that to two kids? I remember that. Yeah, I remember it. It was about 22 years ago. Yeah, I do remember it. What the fuck was that? I do remember it. Yeah. Look at the broken line. We'll just pop over at the broken line. You can get people ratcheted up if you do it right, because you're going too slow for them. It's a bad part of that design. Aye. That was 20. The other thing, the blade has been on. I don't really want to watch that. It's too distressing to think what happened. I remember that as well. I was in Aberdeen when that came on the radio. I was at the I was at the Leisure Centre in Aberdeen. That would have been about 1990. Was it 96? It was, wasn't it? I can't actually remember. 96. horrific, unbelievable, actually unbelievable, yeah. And no, I don't want to watch that. No, I'd rather blot it out of my head. Yeah. The horrors, evil in some people. There's evil things happening all the time. There's evil people running the world. You know, the climate scam is evil because it's denying people warmth. It's denying, you know, it's marketing a lie to make them feel bad about staying warm, and they can't afford it because the cost of staying warm has been pushed up out of all proportion. So that's evil. When things could be so much better for people, for ordinary people, but they're not because of that lie, the climate scam. Because you and me have to pay for it. Yeah. Some pay more than others, but I mean that's why I've got that log burner. Because I can keep myself warm. Got to put some diesel in this thing. Yeah, it's quite a tank. Trust these fucking taxi drivers. What the hell's going on now? nice one. Get to sleep. Ouch. Oh. Right, and guys, that was 70 odd quid. Do you know what? I never got to the pub last week. you go. It's raining. We're going to get down, go to sleep. Hopefully the rain will clear by morning. Hopefully they'll open. So thanks for coming along this video. I should have switched it off when I was filling up with these. I was going to pause it and then I forgot. Aye, that's exactly what. You're spoiling my plans. This is a normal road. This. Right? Did you hear the knocking sound there? This is a normal road. And like Dumbarton Road in Stirling, this is what it should be like. But the Green Communists have destroyed it with their bullshit, using taxpayers' cash. They have. Oh, that seatbelt's powerful. So, thanks for watching. Bye!